Friday night. So I'll wait till I go live. Hello, hello. Um, how's your week been? Hello, friends. I see you, right? Do you guys see me? I see you. Do you see me? Hello. How are you? Doo doo. Mine says waiting. What are we talking about? What did I miss? Not seeing, still waiting. Do you see me now? Do you see me now? Hello. Happy Friday night. Hello, friends. How are you? How are you? I am having crazy sneezing today. I keep just sneezing like crazy. My freaking kids probably got me sick, but so I don't know. That started about an hour ago and I've been sneezing like crazy. So I apologize if you see me do that kind of pause that a sneeze is coming because I feel it building, right? Good night from Puerto Rico, right? Buenas noches. Is that it? Buenas noches from Puerto Rico. Hello, friends. I saw you guys did something. What else sad happening? So for all my friends that were hit by that weather and the hurricane and flooding and all the rest of it, I'm sure that we have lots of friends out there that this affected. So sending lots of love out to you guys and hope that your cleanup is underway and that none of you were hit too hard by that. But first off, I'd like to say that. So sending you lots of love and thinking about you. I see that some of you are struggling with back to school, right? Struggling with back to school and getting your life in order. Same here. So I thought it was supposed to be spring cleaning, but Vicky is having fall cleaning, and I have been hitting my my own personal craft space and clearing out tons of stamps and dies and stuff that I'm going to put into a whole bunch of grab boxes. So that's going to be coming. What did I receive this week? It's a crazy week. I think we got 4 pallets of product. So most of it was the Disney, which I'm looking at right over there, the new Disney that I have not posted that album yet because there's a lot of stuff going on. So most of it was that. Some of it was the wrapped in ribbons. And then the albums for the vintage kits arrived. So Charmed Vintage, if you only ordered that alone, like not with another kit, they're going to start shipping this weekend. So I need to clear out stuff, right? So I figured, okay, I don't have everything from anything. So what can I get cleared out and make space will be Charmed Vintage. So if you are like, I'm on the fence, I might want the wrapped in ribbon and you want to save by putting 2 kits in a box, make sure if you're doing that, you gotta bite the bullet tonight and put those 2 kits in one box because they're gonna, if you only ordered the Charmed Vintage, it will be shipping. If you ordered anything else with Charmed Vintage, it is not shipping yet. So there's a lot of things we have to go over tonight because it's crazy town, right? It's crazy town. So Charmed Vintage, if you only ordered that, that's the class that will be taking place in the new year. It is the beautiful blacks and golds and teal and some pinks in there. It's a very beautiful, neutral, classic vintage collection. That will be an album and layouts like we do, a weekend event that will take place in the new year because it's our after Christmas, after the holidays kind of party for us. That will be shipping this weekend. If you ordered it with Wrapped in Ribbons, which is my Christmas collection for this year, it won't be shipping yet because they will ship complete. So if you ordered multiple kits of anything and Wrapped in Ribbons is one of them, it's not shipping until Wrapped in Ribbons ships. So good news. I live in like a crazy world, but I fight for you guys all the time. So if you remember last week, I was talking to you guys and I had said paper pads for Wrapped in Ribbons have no clue when they're arriving. So I went and I placed an order for tons of open stock paper. And then my lovely salesperson at American Crafts reached out and said, guess what? The albums are landing in the warehouse on Wednesday. Not albums, pardon me. Paper pads are landing in the warehouse on Wednesday. And I said, can I cancel the paper order and put the 12 by 12s back in the kit? And she's like, it's not being picked yet. Yes, you can. So good news. We have the 12 by 12 paper pad is back in the kit. I am so excited because there's papers that are only in the paper pad. The 12 by 12. The 6 by 8 is not going to be in the kit because I replaced it with the one from Simple Stories. So long story short, all the cardstock I wanted is in stock, so I'm getting all the colors, so yay. That will be shipping with the paper pads. And Simple Stories already sent me out the 6 by 8s. That's going to be a half pad of their 6 by 8. That is the, I forget what it's called, vintage Holly Jolly or something. Natalie will tell me. So that is happening. But then guess what? You guys bonus because I ordered 4 additional 12 by 12 papers from Simple Stories that are going to be in the kit. So in the end, I spent way more money. You guys benefit. And it all worked out. So very excited. So Vintage Holly Jolly is the collection that I'm using with Wrapped in Ribbons. It's going to be beautiful. I pivot so much. Like, seriously, for some of you guys must think like she is a mess. I'm not a mess. If anything, I have 50 million tabs open and trying to make this work and this work and this work when behind the scenes, it's a poop show sometimes, right? So very excited. So yes, I ordered 100 of the 6 by 8 paper pads to put on. Natalie, will you look? Because I was trying to get it up in the store. I think I added it on sale. So if you want to add that to your kit, go ahead, place the order. I will go through this weekend, refund the additional shipping, and I will staple it to your other order. So if you want the 6 by 8 pad, because we will use it during the holidays when we do all of our fun Christmas crafting, I just upped the order today and said, people I think will be interested in the 6 by 8 pad. So I put it in there and put it on sale. Put it in there and put it on sale as a little added bonus. I think I did, right? Did I put it on sale? Is there a price on it? Because I was trying to add all that stuff. It's crazy. So that's what's happening. Okay. I will upload the Disney kit. It's not on, I'll fix that. But what did I price it at? It probably is on sale. If you go and look at the conversion, just go check scrapbook.com or something and you can see. So $9, right? Is that 9 Canadian? 10 US? So go look at what the price is US. And don't order it yet if I didn't, because I was trying to throw so much up in there today. So if I didn't, I'll go and adjust it, okay? But I think it is. I think the pads usually sell for like 13. Maybe not. I think you put the sale price as the final price. Yes, I didn't put it marking it's on sale. I just put it at a lower price on there, okay? So I did. I think I went and looked, right? Yeah, but all those prices, I don't know if that's Canadian or US. Wherever you are is what the price will show up in, and then just go and search it, and you'll see. I think I did. I was trying to be conscious of that, right? So that's how my week has been. And then I also ordered something I'm super excited about. So it's up on my website today as super sale. So have you seen the new charm stapler from We Are Memory Keepers? So I have that up on vickybooten.com on super sale. There's a bundle. There's 2 different bundles, and then everything else is on sale. And I'm using it tonight. And it's super cute. So I just put it all up on there, right? So yay! There's a whole bunch. And because I love you guys, I put a whole bunch of stuff in that sale section, right? So yeah, we're going to show you tonight, like, look how cute that is. And then there are some things that are sold out online, but because I ordered it so long ago, I have them. Like, there's one, I don't know if it's these ones that are hard to find, but look how fun they're going to be. Here's what I'm going to say. If you decide to do this and buy this, it's an investment piece. Make sure you stock up on the staples. I just think with any of these tools, you really, if you're going to invest in it, stock up in the staples, right? Stock up on the staples. So yeah, I ordered a whole whack of them, right? What are the charms for? So it's a staple. So it's an embellishment, but it's a staple. So they look like this. We're gonna use it tonight. I put a whole bunch of, we're just gonna mess around tonight. I felt like I just want to mess around with crafting stuff. I had a difficult week too. My dad wanted me to come over and clean out my mom's closet, and I said to him, I started it, and then I'm like, Dad, I'm not mentally ready for this. So I just feel like if anybody has had anybody who's passed where you have to go clean out their stuff, yeah, not mentally ready for it makes everything a little final. So I had a rough week. But always happy when I'm here with you guys. But see, so when you look, they're little staples, right? They're little staples. So anything you put a staple or an attachment in, right? It's fun. I was very excited when that came out. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. I know how you're doing, friend. And I never knew until I knew. So it's one of those things that you don't know until you go through it. So sending you so much love. It is super hard, right? It's super hard to lose a loved one, and you don't really understand. I feel like I'm a super compassionate person, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. That's so hard. And then when you go through it, you're like, and I had no clue. So sending you lots and lots and lots of love, my friend. When people say it gets easier, but man, it'll sneak up on you. So some days are really tough. So sending you all the love in the world, my friend. But on a happier note, let's make some art, right? Let's make some art. So my idea, because this weekend, it is World Card Making Day weekend. So I feel like it would be fun to do some mixed media. Here's another thing I'm going to tell you. You know all the mixed media we've done in the past, and you just have a whole stack of sheets that, what do I do with it? Tonight will be the night that you don't even have to get messy. You could just grab a bunch of those and die cut or fussy cut, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to use, I sold you guys all of that mixed media stuff, the Vicky Booten mixed media. So that's what I've pulled to play with tonight, is all the things from, or a bunch of things from the mixed media line. And we're going to throw together some quick backgrounds. So brayer, ink, bubble wrap, cups, anything that you can just make quick pattern, because we're literally just going to do some kissing, just some watercolor kissing, quick backgrounds, so that we can get right into making some things. So that's my plan for tonight, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl. It is really hard, right? It's really hard. But that's why we have this. Like I told you guys, this, I realize the crafting part really saves you, right? Really saves you. The markers, not tonight. I'm not using the markers tonight. No, because it has to be quick. You could, though. You could definitely. I love the paint markers. I love the paint markers, especially on fabric. What we need to do is I need to get everyone who's bought the paint markers, who are planning on buying the paint markers, to get a pair of white tennis shoes. And I think we should have a night where we decorate our own tennis shoes. I think that could be really fun. Don't you think that could be really fun? Because I paint on the aprons. I draw all over the aprons with them. So they're really fun on fabric. They're really fun to just add art marks. But I think that would be really fun. You lost a dark blue one. It's around. You'll find it one day, right? Girl, make it black and you have me. You could, because I do it on my apron, which is black. You could have black tennis shoes. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be fun, because we could use the stencils on them too. And then we could do some little mixed media shoes that you could wear when you're working with me on Friday Night Lives. It could be our uniform, our costume, right? So let's flip the camera. Let's do the things. I have crap all over my desk because tonight was just like, let's just make lots of things. And I'm really excited. So I saw Keisha just posted, if is anybody coming and joining myself, Paige, and Lael in next year in October, a year from now-ish, for the holiday festivities in Texas? I just gonna tell you this. So there's some new stuff in the works that I can't share with you. But next year is going to be creatively one of the best years yet. So if you have liked what I've done up to this point, I'm going to blow your ever-loving minds next year. So with that being said, I am working on something for that event that you are going to love. So if you're like, ooh, if I go and do this event and I do the Christmas stuff with her, will it affect when we do a Christmas weekend? No, because I'm going to do 2 fabulous projects next year. And that one is going to be really awesome at the Texas event. So I'm just saying, it's going to be a beautiful, juicy kit. And you are going to love it. Natalie, it's going to blow your ever-loving mind. Like, seriously. Seriously. So I'll see what we can do, right? That I'm telling you, next year is going to be off the charts. It's going to be off the charts. And I feel like I deserve a year like that. I deserve a year where the product isn't late, canceled, all the rest of it. So it's going to be really good. Will you have any more VB virtual events next year, not in person? Yes, right? Lots. The only ones that I'm doing that are in person next year are my 2 cruises, the Panama and Norway. I will be doing, if Michelle does anything in Spokane, 100%, I will be there. What else do I have next year? I have Texas. I don't know if that's, I don't have a lot of in-person events. Most of it will be online. Most of it will be online. I take care of you guys. You don't got to worry about that. You don't got to worry about that. I'm not going anywhere. So I think there might be one more event in there, right? You love the virtual. And then let me tell you, and then I was talking to Michelle, and 2026, I'm going to come back to you guys in some fashion. We'll be looking at that to go back to New Zealand, Australia, because I really love that. So it's really hard to watch this when is your kitten giving you a hard time. Please do more than albums. I always do, Cindy. I always do. And when you say please, I always do, though. I love albums. So you see, we got to meet part way. I love my albums. And when you see the stuff that's coming next year, it's just, it's totally leveled up. But I always do albums and layouts, right? Do you still plan on doing the Niagara Falls event in 2026? I think it's going to have to be 2027, Phyllis, to be honest with you. I need help with that. But like I said, everything's changing next year, so it's going to be good. It's just going to be like Vicky 2.0. Vicky 2.0. Any other questions? Any other questions? Just, this is what I have to say. So we're going to be doing mixed media. We're going to do gel plate printing. But that is a tricky situation for me right now, because I love my gel plate. I want to do printmaking, but I said what I said. So I have to wait until the, what do you say? The smoke clears, because you know what I'm saying, right? So it's going to be good. We're going to have a lot of good stuff coming. So I'm going to flip the camera and let's get messy tonight. I feel like anybody who's making it here tonight is here. What you're going to need, I'm going to flip. You just need things to make art with, or you can use pattern paper. I'm going to, I can't wait for the Disney one either. It's going to be so good. That one's going to be so much fun. So let's flip the camera, because I know some of you are like, man, she talks a lot. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Yep, double page layouts, all the things. It's all the things, right? You love the current Vicky. It's just going to get better. It's just going to get better. So I've been cleaning. And do you know what that's like when when you're cleaning, it's a bigger mess than it was before you started cleaning? That's a situation I'm in. There's stuff all over the floor because I'm packing it up and getting rid of it. Packing it up and getting rid of it. So let's talk about some stuff. Okay? So like I said, I put this charm stapler because I ordered a lot of them. I have a lot of them in the shop. I put it up today. It's on vickybooten.com. When you go on the main page, you will see We Are Charm Stapler and more. There's a ton of stuff on sale. There's a ton of stuff on sale there, right? What am I getting rid of? Stamps like crazy. Stamps, dies. Some of them haven't even ever come out of a package. I'm going to do a whole bunch of papers. There's a ton of stuff after I get the kits out, right? How do you decide what to get rid of? I am going in there like a villain. I'm cleaning it out. I'm opening it up for new opportunities next year, right? She's back, baby. I love it. How are you, Randy? You should sell or donate them. I am. I'm selling a ton, and then I donate a ton to our local school. I do both. My closet, everything. I'm just cleaning like crazy, right? I love that. Whoever Peter Pan is, that you're a card maker, but the 6x8 albums, I feel like don't resist the 6x8 albums. And one of my friend that was just making an album class, she's teaching, and she said that she hasn't made an album like that in a long time, and she has a whole new, she's reinvigorated after making that she said it was the most fun, right? So, Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. So yay, let's get into it. So I ordered tons. I put it up, like I said, in a super sale with, it's 30% off. I added this. I put it in with a whole bunch of the different charms. So the Chamel ones are super cute for Reason to Smile. Mine, we're going to, later down the road, I want to try these with some mixed media on them too. It says love this, and they're just metallic ones or metal ones. We have these ones, which are the We Are Memory Keepers. What else do I have? The hearts, just hearts, and then the Paige and. So I'm going to be taking all these out of packages. These are the Maggie ones that are in a more of an earth tone heart, and then the travel ones, which I love for Paige. So anything you want to attach, right? Anything you want to attach is what I'd be using these for. So if you want to attach ephemera, you want to put centers in the middle of flowers, just think of it as a funky staple, right? And then the tool's super easy. You can place it anywhere on your layout, and then all you have to do is just make sure, right, the magnets attach. You open it, you place your staple, you can see where you're stapling through that open spot, and you staple. So this is going to be fun. We're going to use this tonight, right? It's, Cindy, it is under, I put it in the description of the this video. It's in the description. And it is on vickybooten.com. If you go on that open page, I'm sure Natalie will add it again for me. And I am not the owner of a staple bundle. Don't tell my husband that he just paid for it. It's fun, right? I love it. So because I was crazy and I ordered it twice, that's what Vicky did. That's why I'm like, okay, now we got to unload these. So it works out in your favor that they're brand new in my store. They just came out and I put them on sale because I didn't realize I had ordered it twice. I ordered them 2 times. So Nat, if you can add another link for people looking for that. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in that, like if you just load up that page, I put these brushes that I absolutely love too. Look at these little blending brushes from We Are. So I put those on sale. There's a whole bunch of crap in there, right? Whole bunch of crap. So let's get into the things. So I wanted to use dies tonight because I put all this stuff in my shop, or you bought it at your favorite scrapbooking store, or you bought it at Joann stores. So it's the mixed media stuff that we haven't really used yet, right? Natalie did the most stunning layout. I would love, Natalie, for you to link that, using this die, and she did it in like a rainbow cascade of colors, and it's kind of a different version for fall, and I absolutely loved it, even if fall in a hot climate is really fun, right? So I just took some of our old mixed media and then just started doing dies, right? Just started doing dies. She is fast. She's a rock star, that Natalie. And then just did some die cuts. And I thought we could use those. And then, see, you got to make sure when your paper's super thick, because this has acrylic paint and it was thick, that you put a shim in when you're die cutting. Because that was a really pretty piece of art and I ruined it. So, I was die cutting some of those already. Look how pretty this die is. So what I love about it is you can use it like this and layer it, right? Or you can cut it apart and use it as two pieces. So I love that. So that's what I wanted to use tonight. And then I also have the, you use the, oh, it's from the Bold and Bright die. I love that. So she actually used the Bold and Bright die, which is similar but different than this one, right? I think the leaves are pointier. Nat, see, I thought you used this, and then you surprised me. So there's also a die in the Bold and Bright floral set, and she used that one. She tricked me. But this one, look how cute these are. And you know what else I love about this? You could use this at Christmas. This would be fun, and we will use it in the month of December when we're doing all of our add-on art, when I do all those bonus classes, right? So I have my dies. We're going to make a couple of quick mixed media backgrounds. We're going to die cut. I also have some of my mixed media collection. I love this stamp set, so I'm going to stamp some of these as well, right? I'm going to stamp some of these. Do you need to have any of this stuff? No, use whatever you have. We still can be friends. I have some stencils if I want to use them. But are we okay with making cards? You can make cards tonight, or you can make embellishments for your layout. One of the best things ever, these title sets. I love that you can put, I ink them. I have done some embossing ink on them, like emboss them with embossing powder. I have used the markers on them. They have a little bit of a vellum finish, so they work really well with the mediums. So very fun, right? And then I have some of these, which to me, best value ever, are these ephemera sets, right? These ephemera sets. So I have some of these here. I don't know what I'm going to use tonight, but I grabbed all the things that I could get my hands on. And it's going to be fun. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to move some of the stuff out of my way. I love those titles so much too. So we are going to have a reset with some of that mixed media, and we did a whole new title set to add. So it's going to have a mix of the big titles and some smaller titles. There's way more in the pack, which I love. So that's going to be fun, right? That's going to be fun, and it's coming. It's coming your way. Oh, you know what I do need is a stamp block. So the retreat is, Nat, if you can add a link. I don't know how many spots are left too. I'll tell you that I figure it's going to be sold out by the end of this weekend. So that the retreat is in Conroe, Texas. We did it in the spring last year. It's an amazing hotel. I love the area. The people were awesome. They moved it to a bigger ballroom. It is going to be myself, Vicki Booten, my friend Paige Evans, and my friend Lael Conkar. And Paige is going to be doing something Halloween themed. Lael is going to do kind of fall, a grateful kind of thing. So it doesn't necessarily just have to fall into Thanksgiving, but kind of that idea. And then I'm doing an all-day class that's a Christmas project that is, I'm just telling you, just get ready for it. It's going to be so good. When I was talking to Cherie about it, I said, I'm going to blow your mind. It's so much fun that I saw this new base that we're going to use for a really, really fun project. Yeah, bigger tables, the whole deal. They moved it into the big ballroom. So it's going to be really fun. And I think there's only 24 spots left. Uh-oh. I don't want to disappoint anybody. I knew it's going to sell out fast, right? Like my class is all day. It's an all day class. You get to spend the whole day with me making a really fun interactive Christmas project. It's going to be good. And then I think they even added Wednesday. You get Wednesday evening to come in if you want to come in that many days, and you can set up your crop space. So the one thing that I'm really excited about is outside the classes is that we have a day where you get to crop and finish your projects, and I will be in there the whole day bothering you. Just so you know that. I'll be in there the whole day bothering you because that's how I roll. When I do those events, I like to hang out. So it will be very fun. It's going to be very fun, right? So if you can do it, and that I don't like to talk about those things and make the people who can't do those things feel bad, but it's going to be fun. So you guys will have to let me know who signed up because I'll be excited to see you guys and hang out with you, right? Okay, so let's make some mixed media. And if you have not done this with me before, tonight is the night. Just grab a piece of paper, grab some inks, grab some bubble wrap, grab some Dixie cups. I even grabbed these little paint sponge daubers that I put on sale in my shop as well. I don't have that many. There's just a couple of them in there. But it is a little fun, those little finger daubers. But I'm going to use them for some mixed media art. I love these with my gel plate. Because anything that will leave an impression, right, is fun. So, brand new pack. Oh, it's going to be fun. We had a lot of fun last year. I just hope that charcuterie restaurant is still open. Did you go to that, Sarah? I love the shopping. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, Vicky is not very good at opening this, so I'm just going to rip it. So I'm going to use these tonight, finger daubers. I am going to use some bubble wrap. Let's cut a piece of that. And we're going to make very fast mixed media art. So backgrounds. What can you use this for? Why would you want to do mixed media? Well, let me tell you. Mixed media is really just mixing your mediums, right? So I love it because I can make my own backgrounds, which then I can use for any art that I want to make. You could be a card maker. You could be a scrapbooker. You could do altered art. You could just make backgrounds because that's how you like to express your art. It could go in your art journal. So you really could open anything up tonight and kind of play along with what I'm doing. And I really think it's fun to do that. Yes, you have to go to that. What was it called too? That charcuterie place. Just know that you're going to be waiting for a long time because I think somebody should let them know we're all rolling in so that they can have more staff, because that's got to be rough that you don't know all those crazy women and guys are entering Craft Fest, and it's probably a good idea to I'm going to use this tonight. Have more staff, right? Yes, for sure. You get kits. You get everything that you need other than your tools. Yeah. But it's not in the cards for everyone, right? Because it's travel. Some of you have to fly. The hotel costs. right? So I know it's not for everybody. And these events, like if you don't do that, you could probably do 2 online, 3 online classes for the same price by the time you're done, right? So that's not necessarily a bad thing if you work from home and you can't do in-person events. The money you save means you could probably do 3 online classes, right? So yeah, it's fun. It's gonna be fun. Boop, boop. You like my nail color? Yeah, it will. Thank you. I don't know if I can do dark again. I have to say I'm struggling a little bit with the dark. So we have different mediums in here, right? There's like a tissue paper. There's like a vellum. I'm going to pull the sheet that is just like a lighter cardstock. And I think the watercolor tonight. Just 2 that we can do. Oh, maybe this one too. Let's see. But this one has a coating on it, so I don't know how well. I might have to use paint. We might have to grab some paint. Okay. I put these on sale as well. Put these on sale on VickyBoonton.com as well. You're going to see lots of stuff because I feel like it's just time to give you guys a deal so you can stock up and load your stash, right? So if I'm going to be using flowers and the leaves, my color palette is going to probably need to match that a little bit. So let's do some fun things. So I have my stamping block. You could put it on your craft mat. I'm going to ink my block and then I'm going to load it onto my brayer, and that's how I'm going to start depositing some color. The other thing that I can do is ink on my plastic sheet and we can deposit some color, and then we can layer bubble wrap and all the rest of it on top. Let's do the things. Let's do the things. Me too, Tara. It's fun, right? So I just grabbed what was here. I might grab some more, but let's start with some mowed lawn. Just regular distress. You can use whatever you want, right? But I'm going to ink it up on my pad. I'm going to put a little bit of water on there, and I'm going to see if I can brayer on that. If that made like a little kind of a little ink pad, right? And let's see if I can pick up any kind of pigment and then deposit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Even if you were just doing a whole background in that. How fun is that? Let's go the other way and see if we can load a little bit of pattern. So there. Does mixed media have to be hard? Absolutely not. Look at that pattern I just made with my brayer. Look at that. I think that's a lot of fun. We could do the same color on our bubble wrap. Boop, boop. And layer some on top. In a perfect world, you should dry that before you layer on top, right? But we're just like, whatever. Let's see when we don't add water, how much ink can we get off of that wrap? Look at that. Look at that. Just found objects, right? Just use something. I'm trying not to use where you have to go and grab anything super fancy. What do we get when we do that? Love it. Making our own mixed media. Let's mist what's just on that wrap. And let's throw a little bit of that down. Oh my goodness, I love that, friends. I love that I'm going to get to see so many of you. It's going to be a good one. If you like the holiday stuff, right? Because it is definitely holiday themed. Okay, just using a cloth tonight, clean up. I'm going to grab a different green because I want to put a little bit of kissing on the background so we can get some different shades. What am I going to grab? I use mowed lawn. Ooh, twisted citron. Cracked pistachio. Let's try that. Let's do the kissing technique now, friends. Let's do the kissing technique now. So what is the kissing technique? If you're new here, this is just a sheet of plastic. You want something that you can move around. And we are going to do, just add some pigment right onto my sheet. And add some water. You want that to flow around on your page. And I'm just going to kiss that right onto the background. Okay, the kissing technique. Now I'm going to give that a blast with my heat gun so I can layer on top of it, okay? You've never traveled alone, but you're nervous and excited. You are going to find that it is such a great group. Have you ever gone to a crop? Like, have you done any crafting events with other people? Or is this literally your first? I'm always curious, right? Yeah, I kissed it like it was my grandma, my abuela. So gently, not like the rock. Means to get this technique to work, you only want to lightly touch that ink and then layer it. If you smoosh it on, you won't get those little dots in pattern. So I always say kiss it like it's your grandma, right? But you will find it is going to be like a giant warm hug. These, this community is amazing. So very excited. A lot of people were there at the last one. It sold out in 24 hours, and here we are again. Did it again. I love that. There we go. Okay. Let's stencil now. Let's throw a little ink on with a stencil. Where did you put them, Vicki? I don't know. Here they are. Put some of that on there. Yeah, this is another fun thing is you can find roommates. There'll be people on here that will happily share a room, and you're hardly ever in there. So just make sure you share if you need your CPAC, whatever that machine is. Just make sure you tell people that. Because I think that would be the only thing that would be tough when you're sharing a room with somebody, is if you're a light sleeper. I think you should pack, everybody who shares a room should pack their earplugs anyway, to be honest with you. Right? Is nip that one right in the bud. Nip it in the bud. Oops. So I'm going to layer some more Twisted Citron on here with the stencil. Just because I want a little bit more solid color, right? Look how fun. So if you were like, I don't want to make cards or whatever, what I'm doing right now, you could be doing a background for a layout, right? Love it. Take one of the little finger daubers. Your air cleaner, I need the noise to sleep, right? But then I have to have it silent when I sleep. So I just know if we were traveling together, Tara, I'd just bring my earplugs and then everybody would be happy. So I am just literally going in and creating pattern. And this is the magic with mixed media, right? Is you just go in and layer. So I started with my lighter colors, and then I'm going to go back in with the deeper ones, right? And then I just want something that I can die cut out of. So the way some of this stuff is, you want to make sure, right? Yeah, what airport do you guys fly into? I think I fly into Houston. But my friend who I always spend time with is going to be on a cruise. She's not going to be there. And I said, how dare you? How dare you plan things separate from what I'm doing? And she laughed. But it is a very fun area. Last time I was there, I went to Waco and went and visited Chip and Joanna. And that was fun. Look at, see how quick? So this is I'm going to do a darker section because we need something for right, when we cut the leaves. And then I also need to do something for the flowers we're going to do tonight. So I'm just going to ink up. Intercontinental, right? IHA. Boop, boop. I'm going to cut these into 2 strips too, right? Now I'm going to kiss some more color on top of there. We need one more darker green, don't we? Because it's all tonally, it's very pretty though. Look what we just popped together already. Because we do it like we don't care. Throw our hands and waving them around like you just don't care. Right? Just layer, layer, layer. So I'm going to go in with a darker color now. Any questions? Is anyone playing along with me tonight? Yeah, make sure you think about it. Don't want you to feel pressure and then you sign up and you're like, oh my goodness, what did I just do? How do you know what colors will work so well together? Is it a gift or is there more to it? Well, I'm just using greens tonight, like right now, because these are going to be the leaves. But if you stay close on the color wheel and start with your lightest color and then go to your darkest, because if I started with the darkest, because these are translucent inks, I'd cover it all up. So you want to make sure that you layer light to dark. When I go in with the darker stuff, I go in with a less. But I also want to make sure there's enough pigment deposited so it's not a ton of white background. So what other green do we want to throw in here? If I go in with Rustic Wilderness, man, it's game over. Because that's going to be dark. So let's see. Maybe we'll throw some of that on there. But now I want to make sure too. Ooh. And then we could also, because look at, totally different. You watch first. What do you do, Tony, while you're watching? Do you fold laundry? Are you knitting? Just hanging out? Because a lot of people, right, will... see this right here? This is a drawer liner. This is drawer liner. So I'm going to stamp with some drawer liner. Remember I said I use found objects? So I'm going to add that on there, but I don't want just one rectangle of color. So let's do that. Okay. Oh, good. I'm back. I'm back. I don't even know how that happened. I have it on Do Not Disturb. Can you hear me now? It's on Do Not Disturb. And I don't know who would be calling me. It's Friday night. I am not available. I'm hanging out with my friends. My goodness. What did we miss? My phone started to ring, and it's on Do Not Disturb. So, it might have been my dad, though, friends. Might have been my dad. So I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I think it could have been my dad. So hopefully it's not an emergency. Because they're like, I'm like, I just hung up on you. Yeah, he gets a pass. Yeah, he's having a really rough time, man. That is, when you've been married to somebody for like 60 years, poor Bill is struggling. So we're just trying to do our best to keep him happy. Look how fun is that? So it could have been him. You thought I lost my mind? Okay, I'm going to add some water on that because I want to see if it'll bleed a little bit. Okay, and then let's lift it. Just to have a nice mottled effect. This is not foundations paper, so it's not going to react the same. But we have all these different areas we can die cut from, right? What green is this? The heart stencil was mowed lawn, but I did not clean my blending tool. So it's a new color because it was twisted citron with mowed lawn. I just used the dirty one, right? I just used the dirty. So the other thing I'm going to do now too with that dark green is put some drips on here. I don't care if this paper wrinkles or does anything because I'm die cutting out of it. It's not a background this time. It is 4 die cuts, okay? So I don't want to be on this one too long. So let's keep moving because I have the other color to do. But there's a lot of white in here and I really need to bring that pigment down a little bit. And drips are one of the easiest things to add, right? You need a nice round brush. And I'm just taking it right off of what I used already. I'll even put water on here and drip it right off this too. That was so weird. I don't know what happened there. So if it happens again, it's because my phone rang, okay? So I'm going to get a big drip. Whoop. So if it happens again, it's because somebody's calling me back. So weird though. I'll have to look if I took it inadvertently off of Do Not Disturb. So what else has been going on in everybody's world? Hi, Stella. So I have no paper towels down here. So normally, right? I love the big drips too. And the biggest thing is that you hold it up high so it splats, right? And you can't really get them on with your paintbrush. You need to use your little plastic sheet or your little stamping block. So it's hard when we do this kind of stuff, right? It's hard to roll right into a layout. Can we use some of our scraps next week to make a layout? We could. Because I know for some of you are like, no layout. I'm disappointed. I only like to scrapbook. Well, we can always do some stuff next week with our leftovers. Okay? Move that out of the way. Here's funny too. Do you ever find after you clean your room and then you come and you do all this stuff and then you're like, my room's not clean anymore? I feel like that a lot. I feel like that a lot. I'm like, okay, that didn't last for very long. I'm going to put another layer here of, let's mix 2 colors. So some Twisted Citron and maybe some Lucky Clover. Let's try it. We can blend that a little so it's not just one little bob. And this one, I might actually kiss it like it's the rock for the first layer so I can get more pigment down. Dry it. It is, so maybe that's too why I've been sneezing like crazy. Maybe it's allergies. It was crazy. I was working and I was like, achoo, achoo, achoo. But maybe it is. Maybe I'm not getting a cold, but I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I sound snotty tonight. I just have to say, this is my happy place to come here. Anybody else noticing that just there's a freaking lot of negativity out there? I read stuff and I'm like, did you really post that on the internet? And I've been reading a lot that sometimes it's people are angry and upset in years where there's elections. So I don't know if that's what it is, but I will be reading stuff and I'm like, why does everybody hate Oprah now? Or like, did you really post that? Like, what purpose does that serve? I have a really hard time. So I like to come here and have fun, and maybe I do live in this kind of, world where I think it should be sunshine and rainbows, and I do. I just feel like if we put a little bit more happiness out there, I think the happiness would come back to you tenfold. So I am very thankful for you guys after a hard week to come here and have a lot of fun, right? Look at this, layers, layers, layers. When we talk about mixed media art, I could sit here and just do this. Like, I find that that's why I want this year. We've talked about it before, but now that I'm going to have some time freed up, I want to do art journaling. We're going to start doing a lot more mixed media, vibey stuff with no purpose. And I know I'm going to have to get you guys to get on board with that, because some of you guys have a hard time when you have to make art with a purpose, right? There has to be like a final outcome for it. And I am very excited for next year I'm going to try to find some good art journals. I would like to do kind of a Vicky version of Traveler's Notebook and sticker books and just things that we just can put pretty things in, stamp stencils with no purpose. Wouldn't that be fun? Thank you, Diana. And this is what I say, right? This is why foundations paper's magic. You need the foundations paper, right? Because this one buckles a little bit more because it's thinner. But we could do an art journal class. And the other thing is, it's almost like your practice book, right? When you do your art journaling, it can be your practice spot, and then you can put it on your backgrounds. Okay, so let's drip a little bit of the Lucky Clover. Here's the thing I gotta watch, because I start covering it all. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that lime green up here as a kiss technique, because now I'm making a background. And this background, that's not the purpose for tonight. And I want, when I do my die cuts, that some are light, some are dark. You have to have color variations when you layer it all, right? When you layer it. So don't go crazy. Stick in an area like, right, that has that really pretty Kelly green, this earthy green. But now I'm going to tie in that lemony yellow that I kind of took away because I got crazy talking about being nice. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but everything I read online now, it's so negative, and I have a really hard time with just everything. It doesn't matter what people are talking about or posting on. People are losing the ability to be nice, and I would like to be extra nice to bring that back. So I'm going to drip that down. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. So let's channel nice. Yeah, and I'm not talking politics because that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, just in general, people are just really not happy. And it makes me say, I don't think I need to be on the social medias. Whatever just happened here is like the best thing ever. Look at that layer on top. Oh! Wait till I'll hold this up to the camera. I love this so much. I just want more time to sit and do this right here. Just sit and do this. I love it. Look at that corner. Isn't that pretty? So now I'm just going to take the dots that are still on here, and you have to dry between layers to layer. Does that make sense? If I try to put all these dots and it was all wet, you won't get that. So now do you see another layer of that green? I love me some Lale. I love me some Allie. I was watching Heidi Swap this week too. She was live showing some new stamp sets. I'm always excited when I see people on there. Paige went live. She was practicing a new streaming service that she's using. I was very happy to go. I love to go and just support crafters if I'm on there. I think it's important. I love this little section right here. Is just so fun. So I want to put, this is done for me. I'm going to leave this now. It's time to move on. And now I'm going to do one more page with, well, we got to do something quick. Let's see if we can deposit anything on here. Because this paper, I don't know if I can heat set. Let's see. But I want to go dark. So I'm going to put some Lucky Clover. This has a plastic to it, right? This mister is not misting. You ever had that? Like it's blowing like this. It's got a lazy eye. So it's going to be more porous, but I'm going to see if I can deposit some pigment on here. But I got to watch. When I heat set it, it could melt. So let's see what happens. See how stable it is. So I'm not going to bake it like a cookie. I'm just trying to make that ink dry a bit. We'll see if it wipes off, right? Because sometimes when they're non-porous. Yep, see? Gotta watch, because that pigment, you're gonna have to force it to stay on here. This is more of a acrylic paint. If you have things that are water soluble, they're probably not gonna stay on this paper. So we'll see if we can force it. I'll just have to get another one, right, Nat? So I'll leave this, see if I can force that color, but that could be a pretty layer, couldn't it? Okay, setting that aside. Now let's get into some colors for our flowers. We need some colors for our flowers. So I'm going to be stamping these on here. So should I stay in this kind of peachy color palette? What do you guys think? I should do something. It's always so bright. What if we go in with, that one is Seedless Preserves. I'm going to mix it with some Festive Berries and some Kitsch Flamingo and some Mustard Seed. But we're going to make some color tonight. Let's do that technique where we brayered it. Clean your brayer because I don't want green in here. I'm going to still stay in a warm palette. So if you notice, I'm not mixing colors that aren't in the similar area on the color wheel. But I'm going to try to make, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get wild and crazy, and I'm going to make Seedless Preserves. Seedless Preserves. And I'm going to use Festive Berries. And that should give us a nice burgundy-ish color. So if you're a color lover, do you find this time of year is hard when you go shopping for clothes? Or do you totally embrace brown, black? Now, if you love, ooh, I love that. If you love brown and black, you might be like, what are you talking about, Vicki? It's the best time of year. Because I love when it's not rainbow colors out there in clothing. I struggle. Because I'm like, I like color. And I'm having a hard time finding any clothes. I'm going to kiss this on here too. Just deposit a little bit of that in there. So this paper is way more fibrous. So we're not going to get really sharp mixed media on here. It's going to all blend. And why? Is the paper is more porous. So that means the pigment soaks right in. The pigment soaks right into this paper. Do you see how much lighter it is? Because there's no coating on top of this. It's green and maroon season. Are those your colors? So I'm going to go in. What do we want to add on here? Because I don't want to do all the same patterns. So I might have to step up. And I'm going to get a script stamp, okay? I'm going to get a script stamp. Whoop. I'm going to kick stuff. Script. What other pattern? Oh, text. So I told you guys I'm cleaning out my stamps and stuff because I really feel like I have so much that I don't know what to use. So, but things I would never get rid of are script, text in any form because I do love it. So I'm going to stamp this in this typewriter text. So I just have these little stamp pads out, the minis, because this was on the cruise that I taught on. This was part of the kit. And I was cleaning my room and I had all of this just set aside. So I'm like, I'm just going to use these tonight. But yes, I've been organizing my craft room. I went and, ooh, I love it. I went and I ordered some stuff from a Container Store that is at Valerie's house that I have to go pick up and bring across the border. I have my all my bills and everything, so I can bring that across. So to give you an idea of how pretty this is going to be, when we take our stamp So I ordered, Vicky, how about a wood grain background stamper? That would be perfect. It would be awesome. I think wood grain, like burgundy wood grain flowers would be so pretty, don't you think? So let's see if Vicky's going to be completely committed to this paper. I want a smooth sheet as well, because I'm not going to get the crispness, right? I will not get the crispness. Just grabbing that black ink. So I'm going to stamp in ink, or yes, I'm going to stamp in black is what I'm trying to say. But I don't know if this ink pad is juicy enough. I might have to grab another one. See, I'm not trusting it, because if it's not, I don't want to lose that. If it's not, it will make me sad. So I have my archival here. Bigger pad. Let's see what this is going to look like. Please stamp nicely. Isn't that pretty? Love it. So let's do a little yellow in here. Where's the mustard seed? So yep, I was like you, Sarah. I'm telling you, I cleaned out my closet. I cleaned out my craft room. My only problem has been some of it is I didn't finish. Does anybody do that? I started it. I have not finished it. And that is bad, Vicky. So do you see what I'm saying? Because this is like a watercolor paper. It's not going to give you sharp images. You're not going to have the crispness on this. So I'm going to do a couple, but I am going to grab another sheet of paper too. So let's go in here too. And let's paint to add a little bit of definition in here. Maybe a little bit of yellow for the center of the flower. I love this flower stamp too. It is because, you know, with these ones, they weren't reinventing the wheel with the mixed media collection, right? So I love that we got to bring back some of my favorites, and this was one of my all-time favorite stamp sets, and the leaf in this set is one of my all-time favorites. So I love it too, Dawn. So that just kind of brightened up the middle of that flower. We'll do a couple on this one. There are no dies, so you do have to commit to the fussy cut. Commit to the fussy cut. But it's fun, I think. Fun. You could be playing along tonight. You could end up doing, I should not have wore a white top too, because I'm sure I'm going to be wearing some of this paint I'm flicking all over. But you could be making pieces that could go on your background. Because remember I said, I think, how do you guys feel about that if we turn or take our leftovers? Oops, did you see what just happened? It can happen to anybody. Vicky dropped her stamp. So I'm going to use the smaller one. No longer white. Did you guys just watch me do that? I just totally dropped my stamp. Dum dum. fake it now with some of the little filler ones. Hi, Connie. There we go. Let's put a little bit of the festive berries on here. We'll do one more. Let's stencil it. Just got to change my blending tool. I'm not going to use a green blending tool with that. Do you like that noise? It's because this paper does not have a coating on it, right? Very pretty. And then how about we stamp over top of that with the script. I assume you are responsible for booking. Yes, you book your hotel. You couldn't find any info about that. So friends that are out there who have done this, help Lisa out, okay? Yeah, you have to book your own flight, you book your own hotel. And I would get on that sooner rather than later. Are you looking for a roommate? Because then you can reach out to, oh, look how pretty. You can reach out to the organizers and let them know you're looking for a roommate, because there's probably a list. Right? Probably a list. So you have that as an option. Let's put some more drips. But yes, thank you, friends, for helping our friends out. I know that they've been at it all day long though, right? So if it takes a little bit to get a response, just know that I'm sure the ladies are like, it's all I've been doing all day long, Courtney and Cherie. So they will get to you. They are awesome. Look how pretty that is. Love it. Oh, see, and you can do this kind of watermarking too. Just water. If you want to break that where we inked, right? Hello, Julianne. Thank you for sending me that picture. I always like to hear from you guys. Don't think if you don't hear from me right away. Sometimes, depending where you send your messages, I do not check like DMs very often, right? Direct messages, private messages, especially on the Facebooks, because if it's too hard for me to stay on top of all of it, and I have multiple emails. So if you've emailed me recently and you're like, holy moly, is she ever going to respond? Email me again. Don't think I'm going to be offended. Look how pretty. Don't think I'm going to be offended. Just know that it never hurts. If you're like, man, is she going to reply? Why isn't she replied? Then just say, hey, Vicky, just following up. You dum-dum. Are you ever going to? I'm going to add a little bit of definition on the edges, okay? Just because there's a lot of white in there, and I'll go in with another color, maybe a little bit of pink. There. A little bit of pink. Where are you? Well, I'm going to cut all this out, Jill. So I am not doing it with any kind of, none of what I'm doing is meant to be defined, if that makes sense, like a page would be. Because I'm going to cut these out, right? I'm going to cut them out and do a card. Or a tag. But it is... What is it called? Card making day? I just forgot. World Card Making Day, right? And then let's do a little one. A couple more little ones. Maybe one more big one. Just in that white area. Oh no! Are you okay, my friend, Beatrice? I hope everything is okay. Oh, I love that. Look at it on the white. Very fun. Just add a little bit of definition. I am not watercoloring like Watercolor Pro, just throwing some pigment on there. So I changed my mind. I'm not going to grab another piece of paper. You could, right? You could, especially if you want to turn this into a layout next week. You could add some extra, right? But for tonight, let's cut them and then die cut some leaves and make some things. We're just going to use what we have. That one. And a couple more little ones. Do this. How are you doing, Keisha? Oops. Just dropped something on the floor. I think it's just a stencil though. Okay, let's do it. It's good. So you could have done this background too, right? And then, so, right? There's no rhyme or reason with the stamping because I'm going to cut them out. No rhyme or reason, because they're getting cut out. And now I'm going to put the messy stuff away, and let's make something out of it, right? Got to do something here, though. That's bugging me a little bit. Blend that out a little bit. So now you'll see when we cut these out how it really starts to come together. Oh no, are you doing okay, Joan? Lots of people, right? With, yes, like Kari said, healing vibes. Hoping you guys all are doing okay. That is really tough, right? When you are recovering from surgery and all of those kind of things. So sending you lots of love. Okay, let's clean up. Let's stamp, let's cut out, let's die cut, let's get the things prepped. You ready? Who's die cutting or stamping with me? Or are you still mixed mediaing because you're having so much fun making the mess? Because I get it. So I am a cleaner upper. So I'm just giving everything a little wipe. I think I have about 4 of these stamp sets on the go. Crazy. But we need to contain the mess. So contain the mess. Now we don't need all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, I love you guys so much. This community. Sending all that love out there. It's very important. Sometimes, like, what you say and what you put out there can mean just like a quick heart or a hello or wishing somebody well. And that, taking that minute to do it can mean all the difference in a person's life. Is my friend Irene here tonight? I did not see all of the hellos and everything this morning or earlier, so, right? And if our friend Kim is here, Kim was having a rough week too. Her auntie passed. So sending her lots of love. We had the pleasure, the people who were on the Alaskan cruise, of meeting Kim's aunt. But it is, I find lately, a lot of people passing and a lot of sad stuff going on. Or I don't know if it's more than normal, or maybe when you have your own sad stuff going on, are we more aware? I don't know, right? Just more aware. Let's cut some of these out, right? Getting packed up for celebrating World Card Making Day tomorrow with an event at your church. I love that, Shelley. So I am celebrating with you right now because I'm going to make a card or two. But like I said, you could make these into a card, a tag, an embellishment. You could just cut them out for a layout. Because we will next week make a very simple background, and then we'll use some of these flowers. I'll make some more, and some of the die cut leaves. And then we can use the staple the charm stapler again on the layout, because that's what I love, that it can go anywhere, right? It doesn't have to, it doesn't matter what the reach is for that punch. Like other punches, reach meaning how deep it could go into your page. Because it's a magnet base, you can put it anywhere on your project, which I love. So now look at that beautiful contained funk, right? You totally could make this, right, into a background. Tonight's purpose for me was to cut them out to make embellishments for my card. But I know, like Jill liked this color palette better than the green one, but the green one is just for my leaves. So I'm going to stamp some and I'm going to die cut some. But now look, I just like to leave a little bit of about a 1/8 inch border, and I don't cut them like it's surgery, right? So you can fussy cut pretty quickly. This set does not come with dies, right? This set, it's up on my website, I think still too, vickybooten.com. Very inexpensive. I think it retails for $8 Canadian. So what is that, like $5 US? They are not the photopolymer stamps. They're just acrylic stamps. But the art is good. You still get really pretty patterns, but there is not a coordinating die with this. So let's cut a couple out for, oh, I love it. I love this stamp set too. It is one of my favorites. So when you are fussy cutting, you turn your paper, not your scissors. I find that that is much easier. Just keep your scissors stable. Just giving those ends a little bit of wonkiness. So which side, is anybody going to make a card with me tonight? I mean, if you're a scrapbooker, right? Still can make a card, but you could also cut these out and cluster them on a layout in your art journal. Like this little white one down here. But that, you could stamp a whole background with that script. Right? That script, stamp a bunch of flowers and then just do a couple that are dimensional. What happened to Carla? So does anybody have anything fun coming up? I will be at She Loves Color at the end of this month. Who will be joining me there? That's going to be fun. And then we are going to New Orleans. I've taken Devin on a couple of trips and Riley has not had one. So I asked him, what would you like to do, my friend? And he said, I want to go to a football game. So I'm like, go sports. So I've ordered my costume so I can be a Cleveland Browns fan with him, and we're going to New Orleans for that. And then I'm home for a very long time. Hi, Lori. You're new to She Loves Color. That's going to be so much fun. You're going to New Orleans tomorrow. I love that. I love that. My friend Kari, I don't know if she's still here, but Kari was just there for Girl Scouts. Help me, I don't know what it is in the US of A. Girl Guides? Help me. And she said there's a bar there that has a carousel in the middle of it. So we would like to check that out. I think the kids would really like that. It's going to be cool. Girl Scouts. Thank you. Girl Guides, Girl Scouts. I'm off to Melbourne first week of November. Very fun. What are you doing there, Michelle? And it's summer. What is that store you took me to? I need to look to see if they have any pretty things and if they'll ship it to me. So I like in Australia, there's a ladies' clothing store called Gingham and Heels. But I've been looking on there and there's a lot of one shoulder stuff. And I'm like, not when you have huge boobs, man. I am not wearing anything that is not on my shoulder. Somebody will fall off the horse. I know it could be crazy, right? Yes, the bar at the Monteleone. Is it Monteleone Hotel? Lost. Oh, I'm sorry, Carla. That is so hard. You're a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan, Jolene? Jolene, how are you? John's going for horse racing, of course. And you're just tagging along. How is Pinkie Pie? That was it, right? Pinkie Pie? That's going to be fun. But that's the time I was there, right? Yes, that's the time I was there when he was there doing his... What racing is that? The carousel. Yes, we have to do that. I think it'll be fun. For anyone who's been to New Orleans, what are your favorite things to do there? We're going to go and have beignets, of course. I like the touring the Garden District. If you have a favorite restaurant, you guys will have to let me know. For the things that... are worth seeing doing there. Anyone here live in that area? There, look at, very pretty. Your friend has a horse named Pinkie Pie? She just came in second. Aren't you impressed though if John's there? Aren't you guys impressed that I remembered Pinkie Pie? I bought John a chocolate bar because he had a horse named Pinkie Pie. Isn't there a chocolate bar called Pinkie Pie? Vicky, make sure you go to Mother's and have a poor boy and red beans and rice. Kim, you will have to remind me of that though. You'll have to send me a message. We'll get Wes to send me a message. Somebody send me the messages. I'll have to do that. Mother's. And have a po' boy. For sure. I think we'll do like a haunted tour. Because the history is just so amazing in New Orleans. I love that. I love to... it's got quite the story, right? So we will do some things. Go and watch the sports. What does one do at a football game? Will I have a good time? I've only been to one other football game. Once. One other time. He's very impressed. It was called Pinkie. It was called a Pinkie, and Matthew ate it when he was in Sydney. He said any chocolate is fair game when he looks after the animals. I remember that. It was a Pinkie that I got for Pinkie Pie. Yeah. I can't wait to come back and visit you guys.
Hi.
Hi. Did you call me? Somebody called me.
I didn't.
And the phone rang while I was on my live.
I didn't.
And then everybody thought I hung up on them because it went...
I didn't.
What are you doing here?
I'm staying over here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Guess what I haven't done yet?
Eight?
Yeah. Did you?
A while ago.
What's happening in your world?
Nothing. I'm pretty tired.
When's Dan's birthday?
Tomorrow.
Okay. You know why Devin's down here? This is my guess.
Why?
Because she wants me to print photos for her.
No, I didn't. I actually wasn't coming. I was coming to say hi.
Oh my goodness, for like no apparent reason.
Yeah.
And I do have a Polaroid
That's
printer,
what I wanted to
Instax printer,
That's what I was gonna use.
if you want to have Polaroids instead of
Yeah.
regular photos. Hi, Vicky. I'm a huge fan of Lil K and thought I would visit you. Hello, Jacqueline. I am a huge fan of Lil K too. Everybody saying hi, Dev.
Hi.
So so now we have some flowers, right? We'll decide what we want to do with these, right? And let's do some leaves. I love Lil Concar too. She left this weekend. I've talked to her a couple times this week. She is a friend and a confidant. Right? She is definitely a thank you for being a friend. Oh, I have to look for Harry Connick Jr. when I'm down there? I will. Football games are fun. My husband and I have seasons tickets to the New England Patriots. So I bought a costume. Expect lots of screaming and cheering at the game. That's what I'm going to do. Eat and drink. And go, score! Riley will be beyond excited, so that will be fun. So I'm going to stamp a couple. This is one of my favorite stamps ever, this stamp right here. So I'm going to stamp some black leaves, I'm going to stamp some green leaves, and then we're going to die cut some. So when we put this through the die cut, we're going to be cutting sections, right? I'm going to cut this into 3. Let's do it right now. Touchdown. I know touchdown, friends. I like to be a little bit of a jerk. So it's when I say score, like I'm at a hockey game. Because Vicky loves hockey. I'll go and watch hockey all day long. Okay. I gotta watch because I don't want to lose this prettiness right here, remember? I liked that a lot. So there, we have 3 sections. Okay, so I'm going to stamp right there with this. This is where I could go in with the dark green if I wanted to, right? But I had some oxides. Do I have any green in my oxides? I don't think so. No, they're all mustard seed. So we'll try one and see if I ruin all the things or if I have to go in black. Because oxide is not the best stamp, or regular distress is not really a stamping ink. Oxide would be better, but we'll see. Let's see if we get something pretty. Oh, it's not bad. Look at that. I'm a fan. Touchdown. I don't know. So explain for you guys that love the footballs. This is what I think. Football, they line everybody up. They run for a second. Everybody jumps on everybody. And then they have to set it all up again. So the excitement is only for a few seconds. And then they got to do it all over again, man. I like hockey. It's fast pace. Crash, bang, boom. Smash her upper. Right? Smash her upper. So does this make sense now? The, ooh, I love that though. Okay. I'm only going to stamp those 2. I want to die cut now. So now we're going to die cut. Got to do the work, man. This kind of art takes a while. So if you're not watching live, if you watch a recorded video, you can speed this stuff up, right? But the thing with that is you couldn't really work along with me if you're not doing it in real time. So these videos, doing it live isn't for everybody because it is. You got to sit and, it's like watching paint dry, right? I love hockey. Yeah. Especially because my kid played, right? And that was a lot of fun to get to go watch him. And it was travel hockey, so we went with all the parents and all the girls, poor Devin, going to all that stuff, right? So this is contained funk. Like, do you see? Like, look at that page. You could do a whole background where you took this, split it, sewed on it. It'd be so fun. And now I'm going to fussy cut that. Bye. Bye. Funny girl. So, sorry, I don't know if you can even see while I'm cutting it because it's so close to me. Oh! So this is what I will call contained funk. So when you do a crazy background, and some of you guys might have been watching and going, ooh, I can't do this mix. It's just too messy for me. But now when you watch it, us put it in a stamped image, on a photo mat, you could stamp butterflies on it. And that's what I refer to as contained funk, where you can make all that mess, but by putting it within borders or on an image, that you can get more of a controlled pattern. Rich went to tennis tonight. I can hear him up there returning. He went to visit his mama too. So yes, you have to now sit and watch me cut. Because I could do stuff ahead of time, but if I do it ahead of time, you couldn't really make it with me, right? So sometimes I do. But tonight, I was like, let's just do the things. And we're doing the things. I would love a die with this leaf. And I would like this leaf in multiple sizes, because it is my favorite. I love that. See that with all the pretty in the background? It's nothing like watching the paint dry. Well, I think you guys that are here enjoy this, right? You do this stuff, or you're like, yeah, I checked it out. I don't enjoy this. I will go find something else to watch on YouTube. And that is totally okay too, right? So, sorry while I'm cutting this out. It's hard, some of it, to do on the camera because I need to. I made an eye appointment. Are you guys proud of me? I've been talking about that forever. So I have an eye appointment, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. And then the next fun part with that will be going and picking glasses. So who out there is working on something else tonight? You're only here for the company, but you are working on something else. I would like to know what you're making or what your plans are for this weekend. Hi, sir.
I'm here for the company. What is this thing?
Lil bought those for me. Hand it over now so people know what you're talking about. Look at my friend Lil bought me. She knows I love red toadstools. If Michelle's still there, she knows I love red toadstools. And then look at, she bought me little plates. And Rich walked in and was like, what the heck is that?
I'm still
and I'm
good.
like, it's awesome. You're good?
I'm still good.
Are you a tennis champion?
Yeah.
How's your mom?
She's okay.
What are you looking for? Something to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't eaten yet either.
Okay, see you later. Going to the hot tub.
Okay, bye, hot tub man. Rich loves that thing. I have not been in it yet. But now he is a hot tub snob. And when we go on trips, he won't go in the, he used to go every trip we went on, he'd go in the hot tub. People soup is what I refer to that. And now he won't do it. Yay! So here are these, right? Let me check to see if somebody told me what they're working on. Love that. Love those leaves. Very pretty. Now let's die cut. I'm making a ghost with suckers for our family harvest party tomorrow. I love that. Are they chocolate, Trudy? Are they chocolat? Or are they like candy? I love fussy cutting too, or fussy cussing is what we call it, because a lot of people do not like it at all. So we call it fussy cussing. Looking for something to eat in your craft room? I have a fridge. My craft room, Diana, I have to post pictures, but it is a very long room with sink, counters, and there's a fridge down here. So he came. Is Irene here? Hello, Irene. Okay, die cutting. I digress. Here we go. So this is gonna shake. Ooh, almost broke my little gift. That would have been bad. I love that, Lisa. I love that for you guys. So let's die cut these shapes, right? And then let's make something. So these were all cut out of gel plate prints. So look how pretty. Contained funk, right? The background might not be your jam, but when you cut it out, it is fun. So if you are new to this is a manual die cutting machine. This is a magic mat from scrapbook.com, which I love because it really aids in cutting. I have multiple die cut machines. So I have ones that are electronic. I have ones that are die cuts that you don't need the metal dies. But I like to grab this when I'm on here, right? So I do have a shim as well, because I think I need some new plates because this one's cracked and everything. So I just take some extra paper, and I don't trust that it's gonna cut, especially through some of the thicker papers. So I always add a little shim and test the die before I lift it. But let's get in here and cut some different shapes. So I'm going to take this, and what do we want to cut? Let's look. So maybe that big one with the hearts. Uh-oh. Will it fit? Yeah, I just not going to be able to get it where I want it to necessarily. Let me get one this way. You want to make sure, right, that you thank you for being a friend. That's what song is in my head right now, in case you were wondering. So let's try that. You're a pal and a confidant. I don't even know how the Golden Girls theme song got in my head, but here we are. You have the new magnetic magic mat. I know I need to order that. So we'll see if my shim is kind of flattened out now. Is it going to work anymore? I don't know. I need to get that, right? But that's what song is in my head. Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Do you think it's going to work? Because I'll be really sad if it doesn't, because then I won't be able to reposition the dies. So let's see. Do we trust, or do I get a better shim? And it's stuck. Ooh, that one worked. So we know this one's good. Are you ready for the ta-da? So, you know, if you're new out there and you'd ask, do I need all the things? I don't know if you need all the things, but this is one of my favorite things, right? Try bubble wrap as a shim. Is it good, Stella? Is that a good thing, bubble wrap as a shim? I have never done that. This one I find it cuts. It's a tricky one. So before I take the dies off, let's just flip it and see. Did it cut? It cut. We have success. Look at, they cut. Yay. Ready for the big reveal? Contained funk. Look at how pretty that is. I'm going to try that bubble wrap as a shim. It's only a piece of paper, right? It's only a piece of paper. So look at what we made tonight from nothing, from a piece of paper and just our time, right? So I'm going to die cut. Like I said, it is like a little bit like watching paint dry, right? A little bit. So pretty. I agree. I love it. So let's do some more. As I warp everything and do all the crazies. Put that one there. Do a couple of the little ones. I know, I'm sure some of you guys, when you watch, you're like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? I have to try that. Have you tried it, Irene? I've never tried bubble wrap. It's great shim for embossing folders too. So who taught you that? One of those smart card makers, right? Always learn the best things. Please work. Ooh, that one might not have. Oh, this paper's pretty thin. Look at how pretty. Okay, let's grab one of the other colors because I can come back and do more later. I might do one more of those though. Okay. Yeah, we're doing the things. This is what we do. This is what we do on Friday night. We just play and make the things. Trial and error for this card maker. Yeah. Because it is, when you're using the tools, like all those little tips and tricks are magic, right? Are there a lot of you guys out there card makers? What do you predominantly make? Okay, so boop. Let's do some of the lime green ones. Yes. Oh, you know, this was my favorite on here. I got to do something pretty in that. Squeeze one in there too. I am trying to just squeeze that on there because I like that paper and the art that was on that corner. Okay, going for it. Going for it. I'm just going to do those two right now. You do make all the things, don't you, Irene? Me too. Cards, mixed media, and scrapbook pages. 12 by 12 and cards. So how do I talk everyone into making mini books with me? And I want to do lots of interactive mini books. I would like to make mini books from scratch. I would like to do art journals. All the things. All of the things. And two is like my kids get older, I just don't take as many photos as I used to. I do lots of travel, like lots of travel photos. Oh, I love that. Look how bright that is. So pretty. And when we're done some of these, we might have to ink some of the edges, right? Just to make them pop. I make cards and mini books. I have tons of mixed media papers that I don't like and haven't thought of using it for cutting. Yes, and for cut files. Like if you have a silhouette or a Cricut, we do this all the time with that. Okay, let's put a couple of this other one here. Everything is warped and acting funky. Funky. Clap, 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 clap your hands. What is that from now? Where did that get in my head? Get funky. Clap, 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 clap your hands. That's one of those songs from the cruise ship, isn't it? It is. What slide is that? Everybody clap your hands. Which song is that? To the left. Take it back real time. One hop. That's what song is in my head now. That's what's in my head now. Cha-cha slide. Thank you. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Okay? We'll save that for later. And let's get into that. Ooh, the green. So I already know I'm going to have to add some contrast, right? I'm going to have to add some contrast. There's nowhere near enough contrast. So we'll ink the edges. That's all. We'll ink the edges. Sounds like a party. Yeah, the cha-cha slide. I laughed. Oh, did you notice what I did? That I put the shim underneath. Will it still work? I don't know. Because there's one of those, what do you, like when you're not a, help me with what Vicky's trying to say. When you aren't really good at you're good at everything, but you're not perfect at any one thing. What is that saying? Help me with what the saying is. Something but master of all, but jack of none, or what is the saying? Oh, I'm sure some of you out there are like, what is wrong with this girl? Where do I even begin? Yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's what I was trying to come up with. That's it. That's the ticket. That's kind of right. That's, I feel like some days. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. A lot of it is, I could take the time and learn, right? You could go on the interwebs and you could watch videos, but a lot of times it's like, let's just throw that, see if it sticks. Okay, we're done now. Let's make something. Gotta do the work, right? Gotta do the work. But I know I'm gonna have to add some ink to these because they're gonna all kind of look the same because it's a lot of white. So it's okay, we can just ink some edges. Look how pretty that for a background too, though. So you could do all of these out to cut them out for one layout, and then you could back this with a darker color, and then you could sew it on the edge of a layout, and this could be, look at, this could all be fall leaves. Imagine if you put like an orange behind it, rust, yellow, and you could have a whole fall layout, and you could sew this right on the edge. You could cut a title out of this. So pretty. So pretty. Thanks for hanging around with me, guys. I know. I told Natalie, we're like, I'm going to start earlier, and then I just stay here all night. So, good thing it wasn't at 8. Okay, got to clean up a little bit now. And let's decide, what are we going to make with this stuff? What are we going to make? We do need to ink a little bit, though. You'll see what I'm talking about, right? Boop. Hello, Mari. How are you? Sewing all over. I'd sew all over that. I'm not making a 12 by 12. Tonight's going to be a card night. It's card night for the card day thing. World Card Making Day. So we can do a tag. We can do a card. We're going to ink the edges for some of these. So we'll decide, like, right? Because we have green. This light green. We're going to have to make some a little darker because they're going to get lost. Because it's a lot of pattern, but there's not a lot of contrast, right? There's a lot of pattern, but not a lot of contrast. So some can stay, but I'm going to beef that up with the darker green. So what greens do we have? Let's go in here with one of these. Let's get in with cracked pistachio. And I'm going to ink right over the whole top of it. Blending tool. We have to decide what size card. Should I do my Slimline? Because you know I like my Slimline cards. And then you just got to remind me of the measurement so I can cut the base. Let's go on with this one. Oops. What were you doing there, lady? Very nice. That will give us a little bit of contrast. Let's do one of these too. Whoop. Oh, I'm using the stapler. I am just heating these so I can layer the ink. Because Distress ink, to build the depth, you have to dry between the layers, right? If you just keep putting wet on wet, you just move the same ink around. So I just want to build the layer. That's good. Let's go in with some Lucky Clover. Let's do it on this one. Ooh, nice. I love that. Just building some contrast, right? I might put a couple of water on that. Too bad I didn't have a paper towel. But it's okay. Ooh, love that. Very fun. Putting the water on because the color got pretty dark. Just brought that back up to the top. Very good. Right. And then I want to go in dark with one of these. We'll go in here. And I'm just going to use, if Vicky, oh, here it is. You're making a 49 and Market album? Love it! Love me some 49 and Market. We are using that 49 and Market on the Panama cruise. We are going to be making the most beautiful of interactive albums on that. There we go. Oh, I love that. Love that. I love Distress ink so much. So you saw on that one, I put the Distress ink on, I lifted it with some water, and then I didn't want it to be super white, so I just put some more on it after you lift it, the water, after you do the water marking, right? It's reactive ink, so it is magic when you layer it. I can't wait for Panama too. It's going to be so much fun. And I was just looking at the excursions on that one, because I've been to Panama. I actually went and taught at an event in Panama. And the old city, what is it called? Something Viejo? Castro Viejo, I think, is absolutely stunning. So I definitely want to go and see that again. Shop, take pictures, absolutely beautiful. Has anybody here been to Panama before? It's gorgeous. Okay, look it. Now we have some nice contrast, right? Nice contrast. They will layer and pop, leave some white ones, and then we have that guy. Of course, I'm not going to touch because I love him. We have that, and then let's just beef up this one. Look, very pretty. Very pretty. Yeah, that's the one. It's very beautiful. So I'm very excited to do that again. There's one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten at is there. So I need to go do that. There we go. I could do this all day long. I absolutely love doing mixed media. I love Mr. Holt's Distress ink. Out of curiosity, have you looked into the river cruise? We're emailing, and they had sent me a bunch of different cruise ships to look at, and I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, Carrie. So we are in the process. That is going to happen probably in the next couple of weeks. I will have more information on that. So it is coming, my friend, the Portugal one. And then I will definitely, because some people are like, I never get any information on that. I'll make sure I'm better about sending the newsletters out. And then I will watermark again and add ink one more time. Love that mottled look. I know, and you know what, Kim? A lot of people buy the oxides, like the oxides, because they're kind of like really fun inks, right? But for mixed media, you really want to get into the straight distress, because they're just layerable inks. You can do a lot more with them than, for me personally, I know people love their oxides, especially for beautiful blends and stuff, but look at that. Look at that mottled loveliness. Oh, I love it. It makes me very happy. I feel like I want to ink one more though, make it really limey. Because we could add, look at, I only have 2 blending tools, so it's not going to be true ink. But look, we can go in here and make that lime over the green. But I'm going to make this one. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't need it. Don't mess with it, Vicky. Maybe it doesn't need it. That looks like a frog's toes. I'll leave it alone. Stop. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. This just brings me absolute joy. Look at those. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Could do a whole wreath. That would be fun. I would have to prep all of that ahead of time, but remind me, we could cut all of these and do a whole layout that we make a whole wreath on the background of the page. But you'd have to sit and do this for a while. You made me buy the distress inks. I said Vicky made me. I'm not even mad about it though. Right? I'm not even mad about that, Virginia, because they're magic. They just, distress is magic. I love it. Like I said, if there's one thing, if you're like, okay, Vicky, I want to do mixed media. I have a limited budget. I can only invest in one thing. And I would say distress inks. I can show you tons of things with that, if that's right. More distress spritz coming. I know Tim would kick me, but I want more. You know what I want more? I want more distress ink colors. Yeah, I want a few more. I know that Tim likes his palette, and maybe we can talk Ranger into it, but I would like 12 more, but I would take 6. I would take 6, right? Distress ink and foundations paper is like literally the best thing ever. They work beautifully on there, right? Is distress ink best for the kissing technique? 100%. But you could do it too if you have watercolors. You could do it. But think, with distress ink, because it's in a contained, you can use it as a stamp pad. You can use it as watercolor because it's water soluble. It's also water reactive. I absolutely love it. So here is what we have we made our own embellishments. So yes, you might look at that and go, that's a lot of work. I'd rather just open a package of them. Well, it's to each their own. That might be your jam. For me, making this stuff, I don't even care about making something out of it. I just like that. It brings me joy. So, you know what I mean? There's a place for all of us creatively where we kind of fit. And that for me is, I don't even care if I make anything. I love it. Yes, I would like a very pink, like a very pinky pink. I would like a navy blue. I would like some more shades of green. And here's the whole thing is I have to color match to paper, right? So that's why for people who are just doing mixed media art, you don't have to really color match to anything. So that's probably why in a perfect world I would want some more colors, is because I'm color matching. So sometimes it's hard. I could make them probably out of blending a couple different inks together, but that's why. It's not that there's anything wrong with the palette. It's because I'm a scrapbooker. So, and I'm matching things to things that already exist, and it makes it a little harder, right? So what do we think? Can we do a Slimline card? I'm going to go on white, because look it. We could stencil the background if we wanted to, but oh my goodness, friends, seriously. How pretty is this going to be? Look at it. I love it so much. Right? You can do a whole little jam. of our leaves. Like, look at that's already coming together. I think would make a beautiful little card, a note card, right? But will it do the same techniques that distressing does? Okay, it has to be a slimline. I feel like I need to slimline this. So can you guys remind me what the measurements when I cut this and score it in half? What height do I have to cut it and what's the width? Remind me of my slimline. So what is the width and what is the height for a slimline card? Because I feel like I need that length. I'm going to do 2 different cards. 2 different cards. I'm going to do, what is our regular card size? Oh my goodness. 4 4.25 by 5.5. So 8.5 by 5 and a, let's do one of those. 5.5. We'll do that. And then I need slimline. Can you look it up for me, Nat? What is a slimline measurement? This is now when I hope my slimline is 3.5 by 8.5. So that would be a 7 by 8.5, right? Thank you, Nat. Do you have to make a card? No. But, right? It's always, I'm sure you can find somebody who would like your card. We can do all the things, right? We don't have to only do what we always do. I don't know if I folded and scored that very well, but we'll pretend I did. If you got a handmade card from me, it might not be perfect, but perfect's boring. I'm going to clean up the edge. There we go. Oh, Vicky's just making a real mess. I just made a real mess. Good enough is what I say. Okay. So we won't look at what a mess I made. We'll pretend it's perfect. Oh my goodness, so I could get a slimline and another card base, right? Look at that. Is that how they come up with these card sizes, do you think? Is what you can cut out of a standard piece of paper. Okay. So here we have some cards. So I have my flowers, I have leaves. I know for sure on one of these I want to make like a little ivy trail of leaves up here. We could do a little bit of stamping on here. I'm going to start with the base, like basically what I'm doing, and then we'll fill it. Okay. but we're going to use, ta-da, ba-blam. Where'd she put it? My charm stapler. And I think I'm going to just put some script up the side of that, or I can use the text one. So for me, I'm going to use the text just up the side of that a little bit. Boop, boop. And here's my idea. Okay. I am going to ink that side of it. Now, what do we want for contrast on the background? I'm going to go with the purple. So I'm going to stamp up the side of this card with seedless preserves. I made a mask, so I don't have to worry about stamping just a whole rectangle of inked area here, right? Oh, nothing has to be perfect. That's funny. Didn't even work because I didn't stamp very hard. Did down there though. It still worked. I like that. Just the edge. I did get ink on there. I was not being very neat. Clean up. Okay. So I'm going to tack my leaves down. We're going to decide what we want because we will have to put a sentiment on here. I don't always, to be honest with you, even add sentiments on my cards because sometimes I think that it could just be a note card, right? You could do whatever makes you happy. So I'm going to decide how I want these to lay, have a little filler, and then I'm going to use my little stapler. Okay, so I'm going to tack that down with some glue. Tack it down with some glue. Where's my pokey? Work though. Oh, I love it. What are you guys making out of whatever? Did you guys cut? Did you cut or die cut some leaves and stuff? Is anyone making a card with me? Or are you going to use these on layouts? Oh, I love it so much. I can't even tell you. Hi, Cherie. How are you? We sent lots of people to you tonight. I think you got some sign-ups since I went live. How many people actually signed up? I think there were at least 3 that while they were here went. We have one person who's traveling for their first time by themselves. It's going to be so much fun. So Cherie is in the house, and she and Courtney, Vicky, you can add the tassels to your glue pin. I know, right? But look how pretty this is so far. So before we finish filling, what charm do we want to use on here? Oh, so we could use a circle charm. A circle charm, but I think this is what I'd like to do at the end. Let me put my pin back in. Doo-doo. What charm do I want to use? A heart? Do we want a heart? Oh, we could stick with a, look at that pretty heart. The blue heart. So I want a little, like a little banner down here. Like a little banner. I think we could put a piece of twine on there too if we wanted to. Hi, Courtney. It's because you guys have been busy today, right? You guys have been busy, so we could put a little twine if we wanted to. Let's look. We're going to try some different things with these. But we have all these that we could use. Boop, boop. The Chanel ones are really cute too. Look at those. Love it. But I think I'm going to use a Maggie Forever Fields one. So how many spots are left? How many spots are left, Cherie and Courtney? Are there any, or is it full? Let's look. We're going to use this thing. I'm very excited. There's 13 spots left. That's not bad. That's not bad for it only going live today. It's almost a sellout. It's almost a sellout. I love it. So we are going to pick. What color are we going to pick? Well, I'm going to do this because I'm all right with that. Boop, boop. Do I want a blue? No, I think the pink one. I like that one, don't you? I love it. That makes me super excited. So let's try it. So now with the twine, we could just do messy twine, or we could do it like we're doing like a bow, right? So I'm gonna just do like this. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Right, kind of like that. And then we'll put the heart on there. So this, right, is going to fit underneath, and that's where your thing is going to fit. So I think I should go be smart and open my card up. And then it's where the magnets are, right? So that is how you will determine is when this piece goes back on is where it sits. And when I open it up, oh my goodness, did I really like get it right the first shot? So we'll see if Vicky's being overzealous, if that's actually going to work on there. I think I need to center that a bit more though. Move it over a bit. Okay, so now you guys can see, and I'm going to put my staple on here. Let's see if it works or not. I'll be the tester. So the charm goes in there. Your charm sits right in there, and you close it and you press down. Just like that. We ready? I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's so pretty. I don't know. Do you think I'm crazy or do you like it too? And then that's what it looks like on the other side. I love that. So do you see now, if I want to talk to the people who are watching and they're like, oh my goodness, what a mess she's making. That looks like cockapoo-poo. I would never be doing all that stuff. And then when you see it come together, does it make a little bit of sense? Right? Does it make a little bit of sense that you can do? It's pretty white and linear now. If you were watching and you're like, that is a lot of stuff going on, it starts to make a little bit more sense, right? Once you see the pieces start to come together. But this is my jam, contain funk. So I can do all that kind of artsy stuff. Maybe a darker one. Ooh, the green one. Look at that. And maybe one more. I love that. But maybe I'll swap that up here. And then where I put something here, I could probably put my sentiment or something. See, I got ink there. But I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty. But I'm going to stay tonally the same. Okay. Stop farting around. Move on to the next one. So this would make a really pretty art journal page. You totally, if you are into the art journaling, you totally could do this on an art journaling page. And I could put a little flag banners there. I could tie that pink in up here, right? Do I have anything handy that is that color? Well, look what's right beside me. Let's look. I could do whatever I want. And I kind of made a mess up there because I dropped my ink. So I could totally just put a couple little flag banners up there, couldn't I? I will. I love, so is the yes because you were watching and going, where is she going to go with this? Because I am not sure if I'm a fan. I'm not sure. I just found this girl on the interwebs. I'm hanging out here on YouTube. She's crazy. She's singing. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh my goodness, what a hot mess with all of that pigment and color. What is she going to do with that stuff? And then I get to this point and you're like, I didn't see that coming. A lot of times it's what happens, right? I didn't see that coming. It's my hook. It's how I get you to keep coming back. Because you're like, okay, I just had to have a little faith. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then for me, what I get out of it is I might never give this card to anybody. This card I might not even keep it. Right? Or do anything with it. There, I covered up my ink on top. And then you don't have to make it super chunky. But I love that. But for me, the value and where I have the most fun is it's just in the making. So there's one done. Let's do one with our flowers. Boop. So you could do a mat on here, right? If you have a whole bunch of dies, you could do a little rectangle mat or circle mat. But we could just do a pretty floral card. Right? I don't even know if I think I just like those 2 flowers on there. We'll save the flowers for the other card. I love that right here. Look at. Love that. Your sentiment could go right here, right? So I'm going to tack it down because I'm going to put 2 charms in the middle of my flowers. So let's just tack that one down. And we'll tack that one down. Do. Okay, let's pick the circles now. I think the circles, we could just go gold. Look at how pretty those could be. I'm going to use those ones, the Vicky Boutin ones. It's my job, right? I'd be sitting here all by myself if I didn't do this. I'd be sitting here all by myself. Look at that mess I just made, getting the glue off my fingers. But look how pretty. Could you have inked the background? Sure you could. Could you put paper on the background? Sure you could. I don't feel like this one for me didn't need it. But look at, we could put 2 little metal charms now. So guess what I'm going to do tonight? So for the people who are here live with me, I'm going to do 2 giveaways. So make sure you comment, because in a minute I'm going to do a quick scan through and I'm going to give a card, one of the cards I make tonight, and I'm also going to give away one of these, some kind of giveaway with this charm stapler. Oh my goodness, I love that. I'm going to give a giveaway with a charm stapler with some charm packages, and I will do one for, if you, 2 opportunities for giveaway. I'll quickly scroll through, so start leaving your comments, and I'll scroll and pick somebody. And then in the regular comment section after the live is done, so if you watch after the fact, and I'll have the name drawn by, you have until next Friday, this coming Friday. So 2 chances to win. Yes, you can put your name on both if you're watching live. But what that means if you're new is while you're watching live, comment, and I'm going to scroll and I'll pick a winner. And then you have to email me at info@vickyboutin.com and let me know, because you have to be signed up on my website so that I can send it. And then I'm also, when this video is done, in the regular comment section underneath the video, you can put your name in for a second chance, okay? So, okay, hurry up, get your comment in there. The more times you comment, right, the more opportunities you have to win. I'm going to put my staples on, and then I'm going to do a scroll, and I will pick a winner. So we'll have one winner while we're live, and then I will choose another, or randomly select, right? So now is the positioning, friends, is all where the magnet, oh my goodness. Did you see that I just did that? I did it, placed it perfectly. So let's just throw the little boop. Okay, you just put that in there like that, and you staple. It's not hard. I love that. Look at that, friends. It's like back in our days of brads. Seriously, how fun is that? Let's see. Almost. That one was not as perfect. I'm going to move it over. Good enough. And let's put one there. I love it. How pretty is that, right? What do you guys think? Are you loving this staple? Charm stapler. So like I told you, on VickyBooten.com, I have a good bundle. Like they're on sale. You are going to want to stock up on the staples because it always makes me nervous, right? If they discontinue it, you're going to want a big stock up of the staples. So make sure you do that. And if you guys love them and you want me to order more, I will add to those bundles. So just let me know if you're like, definitely. Okay, here I go. I'm doing my scroll. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. And the winner is Tony K. Tony K. So you got to make sure you reach out to me at info@VickyBooten.com so that and that you are signed up on Vicky or on VickyBooten.com for an account. So Tony K, congratulations. Tony K, writing you down. You won the charm stapler goodie bag. Charm stapler. And then you have another chance. You guys can leave comments on the regular section for another opportunity to win, because I will send you a card, and I will send you. So far, look at, they're cute, right? So sentiment I can put on there, and I'll decide what that's going to be after. Sentiment, love that. Are you still here, Tony? Does Tony know she won? Okay, let's make one more. So now we have all these little heart flowers, right? But let's figure out a different way to use the charm staples. What else could we do with them, do you think? What else could we do with them? Because I think they do work great as like a clip, right? I might want to do it still this way. Let's look. What do we think? No. No. But I don't mind that. A tag with a charm. Yeah, for sure, right? So pretty. Love what you're doing tonight. Yay, right? Boop, boop. So here's what I have to say too. I like that. We could do a tag and then it sits at the top of the tag, right? I like the center of the flower idea. I like clipping the, I think that you could use them in string twine across, right? Your sentiment could be clipped with it. Let's see, can we do that? That could be fun. Especially, I wish I just had a sentiment made that I didn't have to go through that work. But we can do the thing. So think, if we do something, right, that these are going to go like a stem, like they're going up and our flowers are going on there. And then we could put the title tag with, yes, I love that. So even if I don't put the sentiment on here, I could do a flag banner and clip it at the top. Let's do that. Look at me go. So that's gonna be the base. And then later I'm gonna come through and I could put a sentiment on there still. So I don't have to do that right now, but watch. So you will just have to email me at info@vickybooten.com. And if you haven't already registered on my website, or info@vickybooten.com is where you email me, Tony. And then I need you to look at that. I love that so much. Love it. So which one are we going to use now? We're going to tag at the top. We could do another heart. These are the ones that come with it too. Look at the copper. I'm going to do that one. That comes with the... Now, I want to know if you see what I'm saying with when you're doing like this mixed media stuff, do you see how much it pops on just a white background? Love it so much. So let's tack this so it doesn't move when we don't want it to move. So we'll have our little tag that we can put our sentiment on, right? Little sentiment strip if you wanted to. And then our little stapler. So I want it to go pretty much close to the top, right? So then let's straighten that. Do it centered. I don't know if that's centered, so let's move it over a little bit. Straighten it. And I'm just going to go for it. I don't think everything has to be super perfect. But I think the copper on here is going to be really pretty. So see, you drop it in. Look at that. Do you see the little filigree on there? Very fun. And you don't have, it's not, look at, and press. And that's it. Oh, I love it. Look at that. And we could have put some twine and stuff, right? If you were so inclined, but I love that. Just add that on there. I love these leaves so much. And now we could do a cluster at the bottom. If we wanted to. Or do we just do the leaves? Or do we do it like I had it before? See, this would have worked for me better. I like more space. I have issues with not enough space. So that's why Vicky loves her what do you call it? What are the other one? What's the other one I just did? Vicky loves her see, it's not enough space for me. So let's figure out what I think it's just going to be the leaves, friends. It's just going to be greenery because, or just two of these, maybe. I don't mind that. What do you think? I have a thing. If it's not Slimline, thank you. If it was a Slimline, it would have been perfection because I could have grew up my little oh my goodness, I'm having total brain fart in the speaking department tonight. I could have grew it up, right? So I'm just gonna have to, I think it's gonna just be leaves, friends. And I might layer some of the other leaves with it too. Okay, I like that. And then we'll fill it. I'm going to commit to this. Leaves only, I agree. Right? Well, and I tried to put I went and looked and tried to give you guys the charm stapler, like one of the better deals that I could find online. Because again, remember, I ordered double of them because I loved it. I ordered it for me and then went, oh, I'll just add some into the shop because it's I love tools, like anything that's kind of new and fun, right? And then didn't realize that I'd ordered it from Notions twice. So I put the order in 2 times. But like I said, I will, if you want, let me know if you want me to get more of the staplers, because I really feel like the staples, you're going to want to stock up, because you know that they might discontinue it or whatever. Oh, look at that. I love that. The frog paw, frog hand. That I would hate that you couldn't get more staples. So I'll make sure I stock up. I'll stock them up. But I'm going to put it behind the light green. Like that. Oh, I love that so much. There. I love that. And you could totally put gems on the tips of those. Right? I love it. What do you think? Well, once you invest in this, you want to make sure that you have pieces that you could use, right? You appreciate my white space? I love it, because if you cover it all up, all that work you did to build your background, you kind of waste it, right? So this will be parts and pieces for the layout next week, because we will, for all my scrapbookers, I will take all these pieces and we will make a layout, and we'll use the charm staples again. But I love that. Now, for this one, you know what I feel like it needs? I'll tell you. And I'll try not to ruin everything. But I feel like it needs this. It needs some paint drips. Not a lot, but it does. It needs a paint drip. Like, this is where, if you had rub-ons that are paint drips, would be magic. There it is. So let's see. Vicky's going to try not to ruin everything, but I feel like my white space this time needs just, okay, I'm going in. Oh, yeah. And then we'll just make little drips. See what I'm saying? I love that. Okay, so this is scary, but I'm trying to be very contained with my paint drips. And then know when to stop. So we'll just make one a little bit bigger. And then leaving that will be left to completely dry, so I get that full pigment. I love that. Do you see what I'm saying? I think that's all that one needed. A little bit of that. And I didn't mess it all up. But I don't want to jinx myself. Put it down, Vicky. And then these are all saved for next week. So we'll do next week, to make it new and exciting, we'll do a mixed media background. I'm cleaning that up because that was really dark ink to be putting right directly on my mat. So you hear what I'm saying? We'll do a new mixed media background. I think with a brayer. We're going to do that whole brayer thing. I have an idea. Get ready for it. So next week, you're going to need a embossing folder and a brayer. And we're going to make a background. And then we'll make a layout with our leftovers from this week. It's going to be good. Okay, it's going to be good. So what did we make tonight? We have no sentiments. I'm trying not to get dirty, but I love it. And then we could just stamp. You could stamp a sentiment right here. You could put drips on here if you want, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that being completely clean background. And then we did some stamping on this one. And then this one, I absolutely love this leaf that we layered. It looks mottled. I love it. And I'm leaving that ink full on so it will dry dark like that. Like this is a leave it and let it just do its thing. Leave it and let it do its thing. I'm going to flip the camera around. Don't forget that you have a second chance to win this baby. By leaving a comment in the regular comment section when the live is done. There's a closer look of all that mixed media magic with my favorite distress ink layers. And then, I love the stamp set. So again, you can get the dies and the stamps and the paper pad from Joann's or your favorite scrapbook store. And it's also, some of it is on sale on VickyBooten.com right now as well. Flip. See? And I block it so you don't look up my nose. One day, I'm pressing on the volume button. Just a second. Sorry. I'm new. Just a girl in her basement making pretty things. So I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed spending another Friday evening with you guys. If you're watching in Future World after the fact, I hope you enjoyed that as well. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm your favorite ding dong, right, Julianne? But that was a lot of fun. I love how these turned out, and I didn't even know this is where we'd end up tonight. So I hope you enjoyed the journey and the company like I did. And I will see you next Friday, where we will take the mixed media that we did tonight. I will probably cut out a few more flowers, and we will make a beautiful layered layout, but we're going to make it will make it fresh and new by doing a really fun background. So my catch or hook next week will be for creating a I don't even know, we're going to figure a technique, but you need something that's textured underneath that we can brayer on top, and I'm going to see if we can't do almost like a rubbing. Maybe a white crayon might be a good idea. Maybe a white crayon might be a good idea, because then we could do like a rubbing technique with resist. It's going to be good. So I just came up with that. Next week, you want a white crayon. You want a embossing folder. And whatever you got done with tonight that you can use next week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a texture background. And again, you could use it on layouts, on cards, on anything you want to. So thank you so much. Only 10 left. 10 left for Texas. If you want to hang out with me live and in person, I love it. But thanks, friends. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you next week. Lots of stuff is coming. I will be sending a newsletter out tomorrow because I said I'm switching the date. Don't be mad. But Wrapped in Ribbons, I'm going to be switching to the weekend of the 22nd. I meant to tell you guys that because there's no way I'm going to get the stuff out in time with how late they are with the paper pads. Because it doesn't ship till Monday. It's going to take a full week at least to get here. If it even ships on Monday, that means trying to do the prep day on the 30th. It's never going to happen. So I'm moving everything by 2 weeks. It has to happen. So I'm sorry if you guys planned on that weekend, but it's going to be the weekend of the 22nd. And then I think it's November 13th is going to be prep day, because I have no choice, because we have to ship them internationally as well. People won't get it in time. And then I'll be doing a weekend and you can't even participate. So have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys later. See you on Friday. Okay, bye guys. Eek. Thanks, Nat.